Yo, what's good, party people? It's your boy Zayn back at it again with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about things that I had to adapt in order to get to the high ranks in Valorant and what you can do in order to get up there as well with ease. What you need to understand is that there are still core mistakes in your gameplay that you are making that while playing, you're just way too oblivious to notice. I have VOD reviewed myself 100 million times before in the past, and I've noticed a lot of mistakes that otherwise I wouldn't have. Today, I'm going to be breaking down a few of these mistakes so you don't do them anymore and I don't do them anymore, and we can all just get to Radiant for free this act. Let's go. Yeah, if you fuck with guides like these, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Make sure to leave a comment for the algorithm and send this to your fucking boosted heart-stuck silver friend that just can't get out. With this first tip, you guys are probably going to be thinking, dude, I already know this, man. I'm not brain dead. But listen, the amount of times I see people on my team do this is actually infuriating. Like, you guys don't understand. In Immortal lobbies, people still do this mistake. And it's when you jiggle a corner and you see that there's an op posted up, and yet you still decide to wide swing ego peek it and just die for free for no reason. You're not TenZ, you're not Scream, and even TenZ and Scream would probably die like 9 out of 10 times to those op players. So make sure to not just dry swing them and respect operators. Once you get a bit of information from where the enemies are playing, make sure to work with that information and don't just dry swing the enemy thinking you're TenZ. The next thing that I found myself autopiloting on a lot is the enemy's economy. After every round or during every round, make sure when you press tab to look at what money the enemy team has as well. For example, in a round like this, the enemies did not have enough money to buy full guns, but they could have bought shorties and played rat corners. What I do a lot when I have to save is I get a shotgun or I get a shorty and I just sit in a cringe little corner and try to kill someone that spent $3,900 on the round with my $200 gun. It nets the enemy a free gun and it is just a useless death that you didn't have to take. Make sure to respect things like that in order to not get useless deaths and carry your ranked games. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, half the time I feel like my team does not have their tab key bounced to their game. Like, literally. There's so many times where people press tab and they see that the enemy chamber has ult or the enemy brimstone has ult or sage has res and they don't play around it at all. This is a very important tip that you have to implement in your gameplay. I just recently started doing this like every single round and it honestly nets you so many free rounds. If you're playing blind, for example, and you're sitting in U-Haul and you see that the enemy brimstone has ulti, there's a high possibility of him ulting you right at the start. And if you play around abilities like that, then you will win so many more rounds because you can't just die for free to an enemy's ultimate. In this example, I literally hear Chamber's ulti, but still decide to wide swing and I die for it. And it's a deserved death and I played that one really bad. Use your eardrums and use your eyes and press your tab key. It's really not that hard, guys. You got it. Next up is a fun little mechanic that I do in my ranked games that nets me a few free kills. It's basically where you jump spot a corner over and over and over and let the enemy see you do it, so they hold the angle very tight and then you wide swing the corner and they won't expect it because their crosshair is way too close to the angle, and then you just get the free kill to throw the enemy crosshair placement off completely. Try to get in the enemy's head, play one angle one round, play the other angle the other round, or play the same angle twice in a row just to switch it up after that. Try and play with the enemy's emotions just like my girlfriend played with mine. How good you and I perform in Valorant has a lot to do with how we feel mentally. If we're really tilted and just get mad, then we won't play as good. Try and abuse that fact and get in your enemy's head and make them angry. The amount of games that I have lost just because I got mad and started molding and typing in chat all game is actually countless. This next tip is probably going to make you guys mad at me, but it is crosshair placement. Listen, I get it. You hear it in every single Pro Gods video.
Yeah, you need to actually have your crosshair at head level.
Yeah, guys, I know you know that, okay? Just trust me on this one. When you swing an angle, it is very important to have your crosshair tracking around the corner. I see so many people pre-aiming the common angle without respecting people might be holding an off angle. What an off angle is and how to play an off angle I have in my positioning video. The positioning video is going to be linked in the cards in the top right. Nonetheless, off angles are something very powerful that a lot of high-elo players use to throw off your crosshair placement. A lot of these guides always tell you to pre-aim your corners to make sure that your crosshair is always where you're going to peek to. Yes, but at the same time, respecting off angles can be something crucial. And if you never do it, you'll just keep getting caught off guard with your crosshair in the wall. Here's an example of me not respecting the enemy's off angle and me just dying for no reason because of that. And then here is me actually clearing the corner and getting myself a free kill because the enemy does not expect me to clear him there. Being more mindful of the ratty little clown plays your enemies can be making in order to get the upper hand on you is a really important. Never just autopilot swing an angle. Make sure you have your crosshair at head level at all times and that you track and trace around the corner and not keep your crosshair swaying in the wall ever. This is going to get you so many nice crispy one taps and fast reaction time kills, and you're just going to be called a wall hacker by the enemy team, not gonna lie. Now I know this next tip has a bit wide of a spectrum, but it is important in every single aspect of the game. And it is playing actively, actually being there with your brain and never autopiloting, always using your head. Whenever you peek a corner, be ready that there is someone there. Get ready to shoot him in the head. Get ready to make a massive flick. Get ready for someone to hold a cringy off angle. You just have to be active at all times and thinking constantly. And it's going to be getting into your muscle memory eventually. And that is when you start popping off like crazy because you don't have to focus on everything actively anymore. But for now, just look at how many corners that you need to be aware of just on Seaside Haven alone. There is here, over there, over here as well, over here, right here, this cringe little angle, this one, and this one. And this is not all of the angles people could be playing. They could be standing up, crouching, they could be holding off angles that you never expect, or they could just straight up be sitting right next to you with a shorty, or sitting in the smoke that you're pushing through. There is so many things that you need to be aware of, that you need to keep in mind at all times, while keeping util in mind, keeping economy in mind, keeping all the enemy's HP and positioning in mind. Valorant has so many things that you need to keep in your head at all times, and that is why it is such a difficult game. But if you actively play, it'll eventually get into your muscle memory, and you'll get way better at it. And implementing that in your gameplay is one of the biggest steps to becoming the best version of yourself on Valorant. Whenever you ask anyone how to get better at Valorant, their answer is usually to just play the game. But they don't mean just to mindlessly play the game, queue comp, and try to win games. No, they mean play to improve. While you're playing, actively think about your decision making and try to get it into your muscle memory. Try to get that shit into subconscious play. And at some day, you're gonna be the best Valorant player in the world. I promise you that. If you found any of these tips helpful, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to leave a comment if you have any more tips for the community or for me. I make sure to respond to every single comment for at least the first week of the video being out. So if you want to ask me anything, feel free to. Anyways, thank you guys so much for all the support lately. We're going to hit 25,000 subscribers soon. We're taking over this Valorant scene, boys. I'm telling you, and I've been telling you guys. Hey, thank you so much for all the support. Much love. Make sure to do your homework. Peace.